Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Matt Manduke here. I know you're just getting used to actually seeing my face, even though I've been posting videos for over a year. But I've been working on that. Anyway, in the background, what you can see here is my van, which I figured this location was probably the best to do it. That shed over there you're looking at, I was staying in there for about 6 months. That car there, I was driving that for about 6 years. And that house, well, my father left it to me and it's unlivable. Well, I've already sold it, but I sold it to a friend of mine, so he's cleaning up the property and whatnot. He doesn't mind if I stay here. Big news with me, yesterday I gave my dog away. I still got the dog house in case she doesn't get along with whoever. But what the purpose of this video actually is, and I hope there's not too much static from me holding the camera. I don't know, I've been experimenting with the GoPro. But the purpose of this video is actually to give you a tour of the van. Obviously, this is the driver's seat where I spend a good portion of my time, as it is very comfortable. I put the seat cover on because the leather's getting a little torn up, but it is a very comfortable seat regardless of the wear. Let's sit in it, and from there we'll from the driver's seat, as you can see there, I have my remote for my stereo there. I have my cell phone holder. It has all the things that you would see inside of a Silverado or a Chevy Express van. It used to have the CD thing, but obviously I had to replace it. When I replaced it, it blew out all the speakers, so there's aftermarkets in there. As you can see, the tweeter on either side, and actually the tweeters in the doors are still hooked up because they weren't blown, but the bottom ones were. Anyway, up on the dash you can see my e-cig charger. I don't keep that plugged in all the time because these two are hot all the time, but I do plug it in every time I'm driving. That way I don't have to go dead. I keep a couple things velcroed to the but I keep my square reader up there because I don't want to lose it. I might actually have to do something better with it, but Easy Pass is up there. Yeah, I got a rejected sticker, and I got a bunch of pink things up there, but I'm really not worried about it because I don't think I'm going to stay tagged in New Jersey for much longer. But in the this area here, I still need to do something with my sunglasses. I got a couple things that are I want to say common use, but it's really just a place to find them. I got my e-cig stuff here, even though a lot of it is in the upper dash. I had to do this because my dog tripped on it and it broke. So I did this so that it doesn't come open on me while I'm riding down the road, because it does every time I hit a bump or every time the radio bumps. It's awful. I got spare parts for my car in here because that's a whole other issue, but I got some one of those little boxes have like knives and throwing stars and stuff, and the other one is change, and then there's another one that I haven't figured out what I'm doing with it yet. Underneath the seat I keep my odd fasteners and my packing tape because I'm still doing the eBay thing. Oh, I got these cool lights, and I was going to show them. I got them in the back too, but I had lights hooked up in other vehicles that I've had over the years. When I was delivering pizzas, I had lights hooked up, and I found that it caused my eyes to be less tired when driving at night to have the contrast, even though it's not in your regular field of view. So I hooked these up. They change colors. They can be a handful of colors. You probably can't see them all, but I hooked these up for driving. But I also have another set of them, and we're gonna get to the back because I think that's all I got up front. Oh, it came with this switch. I got a Bluetooth thing that goes with the head unit that I haven't used yet. The switch is cool because it only actually powers things, and when it's running, the thing that sucks is most of the stuff in the back, it's only powered when the vehicle is running or on. So it had a TV VCR. I use that to charge my laptop now. It has a rear auxiliary port, which I use to charge my drill batteries. But they only actually do anything when I'm driving, which is a good thing because I don't want to drain down my battery by just driving. Obviously I need a windshield, but the other things are lights, which I can't turn them on for you, but you can see them there. And we're gonna go ahead and head to the back, which this bed, as it is now, it's a bed. It does actually fold up into a bench. It's not always a bed, but that's I sleep on this side of it because that side has a console thing that just deteriorates my back. But yeah, obviously I got this trash bag and I've been trying to clean up in here because it's my first day without the dog. But as you can see behind here, I have those lights. They go through things, or like I said, you can pick any color on that spectrum. You can turn it off, but that's so I have hot lights when I can't use, when I don't want to have my key on. That's hooked up to the amplifier, which I have that earthquake sound there, which it puts out fairly decently, but you know, I could have had something nicer, but I didn't want to go with a bigger box, and it, for what it is, it works well. I have an earthquake sound mini D1000 powering it. I have it bridged to put out 500 watts, which is RMS on the subwoofer, and it's more than good enough. What used to be there was a tape deck, so I think it was a hell of an upgrade. Next to that, I have my cooler, and I'd open it up, but honestly I need to clean it out. But this insulation actually wrapped around the cooler makes it so my ice, I've been using it in the summertime, and if I get ice on Sunday, it'll be melted but still ice cold on Friday. So that works very well because it does get pretty hot in here, and you know, it has vent windows, but they don't do a whole lot of good. I'm still working on my curtain situation. More or less in the door pocket, I keep my laundry detergent, my scissors, and my tape measure because I need them all the time. My cup holders, like I said, I'm still working out, but I keep my shampoo. That's the charger I use. Well, that's the inverter that I use for my drill battery. I could hook up two things to it, but I don't think the auxiliary port really has that much power, so I'm not pushing it. The vehicle does have a handicap lift, but I have it disconnected because what do I need a handicap lift for? See if I have anything else on the ground level. Oh, well, of course. Next to the cooler, I have well, my backpack, because I don't know what to do with that. And I have a couple of them, but I have my Artico fan, which runs on drill batteries, and it's phenomenal. When it's just a little too hot at night, it'll cool me off. And my toilet, which I use the bucket. I put a trash bag in the bucket and I do the thing. That is not what it looks like spilled on there, but I keep my cleaning supplies in there, and I just leave them in there because the trash bag is fully lined. I have my camp chair, and I have a little table that I found in a storage unit that is pretty small. It's great for cooking, so I can come out with my chair and my table, and then I can come in here, grab my food, and actually under the bed, this top one is my kitchen, and I'm sure you guys will see my kitchen sooner or later, but I'm not going to pull it out right now. But this one, obviously, it says art on it. That's what's in it. I have two more over here. One's art and the other one's magic cards. This bar that has speakers in it. The rear doors have speakers, but I like to keep my rear doors blocked off because well, I sleep here and I don't want people peeking in the window to see me sleeping. Plus, the idea was this van wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it was the right price. Exactly what I wanted was a work truck kind of van where, you know, you see Comcast uses them, or the gas company uses them. Just the white fleet Chevy Express. I wanted that because it blends in more, but realistically, I only had so much money, and the guy only wanted $4,000 for this, and that has 120,000 miles on it. The people who were selling, you might be looking at my nose, the people who were selling the express vans that I wanted used had about 250,000 miles and still wanted 10,000. So being this has the same engine and transmission, it might weigh a little bit more, but It has the same engine and transmission. It gets relative gas mileage. It has way more luxury, and I still think you're better off having more than less. It might stand out more as a target to get robbed, but realistically, I don't think it'll be a problem. If I'm not getting robbed in New Jersey, I'm not going to get robbed anywhere. I mean, it's not like I'm an idiot. In most cases, I'll be inside of it when it would get robbed. The DirecTV dish, as you can see there, I use that for a Wi-Fi antenna for my laptop. And I might actually try to upload this video as well as the other two that I have prepared tonight using that. But I hooked that up on the outside. I actually wedge it in with the kayak right now. I have the other parts to it for the actual stand underneath the bed. But I hooked that up on the roof, and I run a USB through the window, and I can actually play on my laptop with Wi-Fi, which I've gotten things. I'm in Laurel Lake now. I've gotten things as far away as the middle of Millville, and actually a little bit closer to the mall. Not always a strong signal, but I don't always get a strong signal when I'm inside of McDonald's using their Wi-Fi. So it is what it is. I keep my dirty clothes and my clean clothes in two different duffel bags. One of them says Starving Artist, and I probably want to like clean that out and fix it. I do have one of my paintings on the ceiling. I don't know if it's going to stay there because I'm afraid it'll get damaged, but it's up there because I'm afraid it'll get damaged. I don't want it to get damaged, but that's my second painting. It's watercolor. It glows in the dark, and I think it's wonderful, but I don't want to put it up there and be in Arizona and have it get cooked. So, but yeah, underneath of the tinted area in here and in the crossbars are some of the mood lighting that the van came with, which I don't know that I'll ever use that, but I think that's it for inside. Without going into the details of, you know, like I keep all my tools in the back, so I have to actually go around and get under the bed because I'm using the bed that it came with. I'll probably end up putting like an air mattress on top of this. I do want to go outside so I can point out the obvious things, but you know, if you're not looking at the van from the outside, you wouldn't know, because for all I know, you're in California and you only know what I tell you about this. So, from the outside, it's the regular run-of-the-mill. It's got rims that I don't necessarily need, but I got my kayak on top, and if I put it up there, you can kind of see. I just have it. I mean, the thing only weighs 35 pounds, and people are always asking me, how do you have that up there? Is it going to fall off? That's the rest of the stuff that I have to sell, including the car. I had to fix the car because I got that. I got the van, and then the car decided to break down, and I can't figure out what the problem is. And then you can see I have it set up for a kayak on the other side. I also have a GoPro mount on the side for doing time-lapse sunsets, sets, and whatnot. But I think that's all I have to say. If it's not, I'm thirsty and I need to get something to drink. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe.